right, everyone. So I just want to explain your ions practice worksheet that you have this week. So you want to make sure you've gone through the notes. You've listened to the notes that I sent you, and you've really, you've written them down. You've really taken them in. You can see how we form our ions. Okay. Now, what this first page does is it reviews through you the idea of a cation and an anion. Cations are going to be your positive, anions are your negative. It does go through the charges of our particular ion, so to review through how we predict our charges. And then it does go through, our positively charged ions are cations. They're named just the name of the element and the word ion. If they're negative, they have to switch to the ending of I. Okay? Your assignment is actually page 2 of the worksheet. So you see you have 20 elements listed here. Now, when you go to do this, you can actually answer the questions right on this worksheet. Each of these boxes has a text box embedded into it. So I'm going to do the first one as an example so I can show you. I might actually even do the second one so you can see a negatively charged ion as well. Okay, so sodium, we first want to think about our element symbol. So our element symbol for sodium is Na. So I can click right in the middle of the box and I can type Na. Okay, simple enough. Now for our ion formula, we actually are going to need to jump to our periodic table. So we find sodium on our periodic table, and we see it's an alkali metal. It's in column 1. So it has 1 valence electron. So remember that elements want to do the least amount of work possible. So sodium can either lose its 1 valence electron or gain 7. So it would rather lose its 1, which is going to give it a positive 1 charge. So I'm going to type the symbol of the element and the plus for the positive 1. Now, our charges should be superscripted. They should be in that top right corner. So I'm going to show you how to do that. All you need to do to superscript this plus sign is to highlight it. Okay, then look at your computer keyboard and you're looking for 2 buttons, the control button and the period button. If you hit control period at the same time, it'll superscript that symbol for you. Okay, and then this is a correct ion formula. Now, because that ion is positive, when we go to name it, it's just going to be the name of the element plus the word ion. Now notice how Google Slides capitalized this for me. So I do want to go back and lowercase it because we don't capitalize any of the names of our elements. So that would be the example of the first one. Now for our second one, I'm going to show you a negatively charged one as well. Bromine, the symbol for it is Br, so I can go ahead and type that in. And now I need to predict its charge. So I go back to my periodic table and I find bromine. It's a halogen. It's in group 17 of our periodic table, so it has 7 valence electrons. So that bromine atom can either lose those 7 or can gain 1 to be like krypton, right? Wants to do the easiest thing, so it's going to gain 1. Because it's gaining a negative charge, okay, an electron, it's going to end up with a -1 charge. And again, I'm going to want to highlight that negative, control period, so that it puts it up in the top. And it is a little hard to see, but it is there. Okay? Now, because this is a negatively charged element, okay, we're going to have to switch its ending. So instead of bromine, we're going to write bromide ion. And again, we want to make sure we lowercase that b. Okay, so this was just an example of how we're going to complete this worksheet for this week. Please let me know if you have any questions.